The Helion-7 outpost floated silently on the edge of the Korath Nebula, a stretch of the galaxy where stars bent light into strange, shifting colors. It was one of humanity's most isolated research stations, built to study anomalies in space and the possibility of intelligent life beyond the known systems. Few humans stayed here for long. It was quiet, lonely, and sometimes dangerous. But for Dr. Aaron Hale, it was perfect. He liked the quiet. It let him think, observe, and feel the universe in ways most people couldn't. That evening, Aaron worked alone in the main laboratory. He was a young xenobiologist, tall, with sharp eyes and a mind that never rested. His fingers hovered over the console as he analyzed energy readings from the nebula. Something unusual had been appearing in the signals recently, something no sensor could fully describe. The energy patterns were irregular, almost like they were alive. A sudden flicker of light startled him. He looked up. The lab's fluorescent panels stuttered, then went out for a moment, leaving him in darkness. His pulse quickened. Power fluctuations were not unusual in Helion-7, but this felt different, almost like the station itself was holding its breath. And then, before he could react, a form appeared in the center of the lab dot. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. A tall, luminous being hovered above the floor. Its shape was elegant, almost fluid, with light streaming along its translucent body like liquid energy. Its arms shimmered with a soft glow, and its head seemed to shift between forms, as if it could never settle on a single shape. Aaron froze, unsure whether to run or approach. What are you?" he whispered. The words felt inadequate. The being's form trembled violently, and it fell to the floor, leaving a faint trail of glowing sparks in its wake. Its voice echoed in Aaron's mind before he could even hear it with his ears. A soft, trembling sound, almost musical, pierced the silence. "It's hurting me. But why do I crave more?" Aaron's heart pounded. He had studied alien life, but nothing like this. The being wasn't just alive. It was something beyond life, energy given form. And it was in pain. He stepped closer, holding up his hands to show he meant no harm. The being's glow flickered as he did. Tentatively, Aaron reached out, and the moment his fingers brushed the alien's shimmering arm, light surged through the room. Aaron staggered back, nearly losing his balance, but the being's tremors softened. "It's stabilizing?" Aaron murmured. You feel better when I touch you?" The being made a soft sound, like a sigh mixed with wonder. Its light pulsed rhythmically now, and the edges of its form seemed steadier. Aaron realized that his human presence, his physical energy, was somehow helping the alien. "This is impossible," he whispered to himself. No recorded alien species required human touch to survive. This was different, unique, dangerous, maybe, but fascinating. For hours, Aaron observed the being. He tried to communicate, but normal speech didn't work. Instead, the alien projected images, colors, and faint emotions directly into his mind. He saw flashes of a faraway star, of ships moving between worlds, of creatures made entirely of energy, traveling dimensions beyond human understanding. And then he understood a little. "You're not just visiting," he said softly. "You were drawn here." The being's glowing eyes, or what Aaron thought were eyes, focused on him. Its form flickered again, more violently this time, like it was struggling to remain whole. He felt waves of pain radiating from it, sharp, unlike anything in human experience. He moved closer again, unsure whether he was helping or making things worse. "I don't know if I can fix this," he admitted, "but I won't leave you like this." The alien's voice echoed in his mind again, this time a whisper tinged with fear and longing. I can't. It's too much. Yet I need more." Aaron's mind raced. Its words suggested a paradox. The contact hurt, yet it also brought relief. Some part of the alien craved connection, even though it caused pain. Could this be a form of energy dependency? Or something far more complex? He reached for his console, searching for any way to monitor its energy patterns. Graphs and lines flickered across the screen, but nothing matched anything in his database. The alien's energy signature shifted constantly, sometimes stabilizing, sometimes spiking dangerously. Hours passed. The station's artificial night cycle moved on, but Aaron didn't notice. He stayed by the being, trying small adjustments, moving closer, adjusting the temperature, shielding it from subtle radiation from the nebula. Every time he touched it, light flowed through the room in waves, like a miniature aurora. And every time the alien shivered, whispered, and then pulsed brighter. Finally, the alien spoke more clearly, projecting its thought directly into his mind. You feel different. Why do you calm me and make me ache? Aaron swallowed hard. I don't know, he said. Maybe your body, your energy, responds to human life in ways even your own species doesn't understand. You feel pain because your energy is adjusting. And you crave me because I'm stable. Because I'm real. The alien paused. Its light dimmed slightly, then pulsed gently, as if considering his words. For the first time, it reached out, brushing its glowing fingers against his arm. A surge of warmth ran through him, not heat, exactly, but energy. Something deep inside him stirred, a strange recognition. You're different, it whispered. No other life, no other energy has made me feel this way. Aaron's pulse quickened. He knew this moment was dangerous. The alien's energy was still unstable. Too much contact could harm them both. But curiosity, empathy, and something more, a faint sense of destiny, kept him rooted. He glanced at the station's sensors. The nebula's energy waves outside had shifted violently since the alien arrived. If it stayed unstable much longer, Helion 7 itself could be at risk. I need to help you, he said aloud, mostly to himself. Even if it's dangerous. The alien shivered again. I trust you, it whispered, though its form flickered with unease. Aaron realized something important. Its species was not meant to touch humans. In fact, most likely, its kind had feared humans for centuries. Yet here it was, trusting him. The realization sent a chill down his spine. Humanity, he thought, had always been underestimated. And yet here, in the far edge of the galaxy, a human might be the key to bridging the gap between species. Hours melted into a strange, quiet rhythm. Aaron's hands hovered over the alien's energy, adjusting, testing, stabilizing. And slowly, the alien's form became steadier. Its light no longer flickered violently. It flowed smoothly, almost gracefully, and then it spoke again, softly, almost shyly. You make it hurt less, yet I want more. Aaron chuckled quietly, shaking his head. I don't think anyone has ever heard words like that, he said. Not in the galaxy. Not ever. But he couldn't help feeling a strange thrill. This was history. This was first contact, but not the way humans imagined it. There was no diplomacy, no fear, no immediate danger. There was trust, pain, and something new. Connection. As the night deepened, Aaron stayed by its side. He didn't know what tomorrow would bring, but one thing was certain. This encounter would change everything, both for him and for the luminous being who had drifted into his life with a whisper. It's hurting me. But why do I crave more? Aaron didn't have an answer yet, but he promised himself he would find one. And somewhere in the flickering glow of the lab, the alien began to feel, perhaps for the first time, something that was more than just energy, something that felt like hope.
The morning light from the Korth Nebula cast long streaks of color across the Helion 7 research lab. The station was quiet, almost too quiet. Aaron Hale moved carefully, keeping one eye on the glowing being who now floated steadily near the center of the room. Its form had stabilized overnight. The violent flickers of energy now softened into a gentle shimmer, the AlienTales, as it had finally communicated her name through images. And feelings watched Aaron with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Her luminous form radiated softly, almost as if she were breathing light. Each pulse of energy seemed to reflect her mood, and Aaron had begun learning to read her changes as if they were language. "You're awake," Sarai said. Her voice melodic and strange, echoing faintly in Aaron's mind. Aaron smiled. "I've been awake for a while. I've been studying you, trying to understand how your energy works." Sarai tilted her shifting form. "Your presence, it calms me, but it also excites me." "Why?" Aaron paused. "I think your energy reacts to human emotion. Maybe humans produce a type of stability your species doesn't usually encounter. It can hurt, but it can also comfort. You're feeling both at the same time." She shimmered brighter at his explanation, a soft vibration rolling through the air like wind through glass. "This is new. I have never experienced." Need mixed with pain, Aaron moved closer, careful not to overwhelm her with sudden gestures. "Then we'll take it slow. I'll help you understand it. And maybe you can help me understand your kind too." For ours, they experimented with small interactions. Aaron would gently extend a hand, and Sarai would respond with a soft glow, her form sometimes pulsing erratically, sometimes flowing smoothly like liquid light. He documented every reaction, every change, trying to find patterns in her behavior. And gradually, something remarkable began to happen. Sarai's energy became more responsive to him, not just to touch, but to emotion. When he spoke gently, she shimmered brighter. When he laughed, she radiated warmth. It was as if she were learning a new language, and the words were human feelings. "You are different," Sarai whispered, projecting the thought directly into Arn's mind. "I do not understand why, but I feel drawn to you. I did not want to leave." Aaron felt a strange warmth in his chest. "Maybe because humans are unpredictable. Maybe your kind never expected someone like me to matter to you." She flickered brightly, almost shyly. I do not know what this means. My species fears humans. Yet here I am, seeking yours." Aaron nodded slowly. "Fear and curiosity often travel together. Maybe your instinct was to avoid us, but now, something different is happening." As the day continued, Aaron realized that Sarai's energy was not only reactive, but adaptive. Every time she interacted with him, her pulses grew steadier, her form more coherent. But there were moments when her energy surged violently, almost tearing the air with power. These surges were dangerous. They could fry circuits, disrupt the station's systems, and even harm Aaron if he wasn't careful. At one point, during a particularly strong surge, Aaron barely dodged a jet of light that arced from Sarai's form. He could see her body flickering violently, and a sound of distress filled his mind. "It is too strong. I cannot control it." He reached out instinctively. "I'm here. Focus on me, just on me." The moment his hand touched her energy, the surge softened, folding into gentle ripples. Sarai's glow stabilized, and a soft vibration of relief ran through the room. "I feel something I cannot name," she whispered. "It hurts, yet I want it. I crave it." Aaron realized this was more than just an energy reaction. Sarai was experiencing emotions, and the source of those emotions was human touch, human presence, human calmness. Her species may have been energy beings, but she was learning to feel in ways her kind had never designed. "You're discovering something new," Aaron said softly, "something no one expected. It's okay. I'll help you manage it." For the next several days, Aaron and Sarai developed a delicate routine. He would monitor her energy levels, adjust environmental conditions, and communicate as best he could. They discovered that certain frequencies of his voice, certain touches, even the way he moved, caused her energy to synchronize or destabilize. And yet, despite the progress, there was always that paradoxical ache. Sarai would grow brighter, her pulses rhythmic and beautiful, and then suddenly surge, flicker, and whisper in a trembling voice, "It hurts. But I cannot stop wanting more." Aaron felt the weight of it. He was aware that he was changing her. He didn't know the full consequences, but he knew he had to continue helping her. Humanity had always been underestimated in the galaxy, fragile, limited, emotional, but here, at the edge of the nebula, human resilience, human calm, and human curiosity were making a difference. One evening, as the nebula outside turned brilliant shades of violet and blue, Aaron tried a different approach. He spoke gently, not to command or direct her, but to share thoughts and feelings. "I don't know what your species calls this," he said. "Maybe humans call it trust. Maybe it's more than that. But I want you to know, you're safe with me. I won't let anything happen to you." Sarai's form pulsed softly, then brighter. "I do not know this feeling," she admitted. "It is comfort. It is longing. I feel both. Yet I do not resist it." Aaron smiled. "That's okay. It's not something you need to resist. You can learn it, understand it, and maybe even control it." Her energy flowed closer, almost like she was leaning into him. "I wish to learn," she whispered. "But I am afraid." "Fear is part of learning," Aaron said. "Every species has it. Yours just expresses it differently." As days passed, the bond between them deepened. Sarai's energy became more attuned to his presence. She began anticipating his actions, responding to his moods, and even initiating contact in small, careful ways. Yet every time her energy surged, she trembled and whispered, "It hurts. But I crave more." Aaron realized that her words were not complaints. They were discoveries. She was learning about desire, curiosity, and perhaps even connection concepts her species may never have fully experienced before. Then, one night, a sudden alert from the station's sensors cut through their routine. The lab's instruments showed dimensional fluctuations outside the station energy readings that had never appeared before. Aaron's pulse quickened. "Sarai, your energy. It's affecting the nebula." She flickered violently. "I do not understand." "I am careful." "No," Aaron said firmly, moving closer. "You're not doing anything wrong. But your energy, it's strong. Too strong for space here. We need to control it before it destabilizes everything." Sarai's form brightened, pulsing faster. Almost in panic. "I cannot control it, yet I need you." Aaron reached out, placing both hands near her glowing arms. Careful not to touch directly, but close enough for her energy to sense his presence. Slowly, the surges softened. The readings on the instruments stabilized. "You see?" Aaron said softly. "You can manage it. With help, together." Sarai's light dimmed slightly, a sign of relief and exhaustion. "Together?" She whispered. Double quotes, "Yes," Aaron said. Together, for the first time, she allowed herself to stay close to a human without fear. The paradox remained connection brought pain and comfort. But she realized that this strange human presence might be the key to understanding her own energy, and perhaps even her own kind. As the night passed, the nebula outside cast long, shifting shadows across the lab. Aaron worked tirelessly, not only to protect the station, but to help Sarai understand herself. And somewhere in the interplay of human and alien energy, a bond began forming, a bond that neither species could have predicted. A bond that challenged old fears, old rules, and perhaps old limitations. The alien whispered again, softly, almost in awe, "It hurts. Yet I would crave it. I do not understand, but I want more." Aaron smiled, tired but determined. "And that's okay. You'll learn. We'll learn together." And somewhere deep in the nebula's shifting light, the two beings, one human, one alien, began discovering a connection that could change not just their lives, but the understanding of life itself. The Helion 7 station had never been so tense. The dim lights flickered in the laboratory as Aaron Hale watched Sarai hover nearby, her luminous form trembling with faint pulses of energy. The previous days had been both fascinating and exhausting. He had learned that her species, the navigators, were capable of energy manipulation beyond human understanding, yet bound by rules and fears he could barely imagine. But tonight, something new happened. A low hum vibrated through the station, growing louder, resonating in every metal wall and floor panel. The air itself seemed to ripple with tension. Aaron froze, scanning the readings. A massive energy vessel had entered orbit, so immense that it obscured part of the nebula's glowing clouds. Sarai. Aaron said cautiously, "Do you know what that is?" Her form pulsed with agitation. It is them. My people, the Luminary Council. They have found me. Aaron's heart skipped a beat. Your people? Are they friendly? Sarai's light flickered violently, then dimmed, as if she were struggling to choose words. They do not trust humans. They see you as dangerous, unpredictable, unworthy. They will not allow me to remain here. They will take me back, by force if necessary. Aaron swallowed. Force? Here? Yes, she said. Her voice, musical but tense, filled his mind. They fear what I have become, what I have learned from you. They fear that humans can change us. Before Aaron could respond, the station's external sensors registered a sudden spike. A beam of concentrated energy cut through space, enveloping Helion-7 in a soft, golden glow. The vessel had begun scanning the station, searching for Sarai. The lights inside the lab flickered, and alarms began to hum softly. They will not negotiate, Sarai whispered, almost in despair. They will take me, even if it destroys your station. Aaron clenched his fists. Humanity was usually underestimated fragile in diplomacy, weak in cosmic politics, but he was not powerless. Then we'll find another way, he said firmly. We won't just wait here. Sarai's form pulsed faster, and she floated closer to him. You risk everything to protect me. I don't want you to be harmed, Aaron said. And maybe there's more at stake than we realize. I don't know what humans can do to your kind, but I know that you need help. And I can help. She flickered brightly, almost overwhelmed by the emotion. I do not understand. Why? Why do you care? Because it's right, Aaron said simply. Because no one deserves to be treated as an object, even if they are. Energy, and because maybe humans can be more than anyone expects. Suddenly, the vessel outside fired a concentrated pulse directly at the station. The walls shuddered, lights dimmed, and the temperature sensors rose sharply. Aaron grabbed a control panel, shielding himself as Sarai's form became erratic. You feel it too, don't you? Aaron shouted over the hum. Yes, she answered. Her light surged violently. They want to take me. My energy cannot resist them. Yet I do not wish to leave. Aaron thought fast. He ran to the station's central console, analyzing the data. The energy vessel scanning technology was designed to interact with Sarai's unique frequency. It could forcibly stabilize her, but it might damage her form permanently. Then we stopped them. Aaron said, more to himself than to Sarai. He pulled open a schematic of the station. If he could focus her energy into a controlled resonance, perhaps they could temporarily shield her from the Luminary Council. Sarai's pulses slowed slightly as she understood his plan. I do not know if I can sustain it. You can, Aaron said confidently. I'll guide you. Trust me. Together, they synchronized. Aaron's calm, steady presence helped her focus, and her energy began flowing more smoothly. She concentrated, channeling the violent pulses into harmonic waves that resonated through the station. The lab glowed brightly, light streaming along the walls and ceiling like a river of stars. The vessel outside hesitated. Its scanning beam wavered as Aaron and Sarai's combined resonance disrupted the frequency. For a brief moment, the station and the alien herself was untouchable. But then a voice filled the lab, not from Sarai, not from Aaron, but from the air itself. The Luminary Council had begun speaking through the station's communication system, projecting their presence directly into their minds. Sarai, you are defying the laws of your kind. The voice intoned, deep and melodic. Your contact with a human endangers everything we have built. Return at once or suffer the consequences. Sarai trembled. I cannot. I have learned from him. I feel different. Different? Aaron asked. You're afraid to say it, but that's exactly it. Your kind fears humans because we are unpredictable. But that unpredictability doesn't destroy, it transforms. It teaches, The voice of the council boomed. You do not understand, human. Your presence alters our species in ways you cannot comprehend. You are forbidden. You are dangerous. I may be dangerous, Aaron said firmly, but I'm not here to destroy. I'm here to help. And maybe your species needs to learn something you've forgotten. Sarai's form pulsed with intensity, her light bright enough to fill the entire lab. They fear the bond, the connection. They fear it can change everything. Yet I cannot resist it. Not with him. The council's voice grew stern, almost desperate. Sarai, do not yield. Do not attach yourself to a human. You are beyond caution. She whispered back to Aaron. I do not want to obey them. I want to understand. What is happening? With you? Aaron realized the truth of it. Her species had avoided humans for centuries, believing that humans' emotional frequency was incompatible with theirs. Yet here she was, drawn to him, seeking connection, learning something her own people had never allowed themselves to explore. Then don't fight it, Aaron said softly. Explore it. Understand it. You're stronger than their fear, stronger than they know. Sarai's energy flowed around him like water, her form stabilizing, but still radiant with power. Together, they created a field that disrupted the Luminary Council's attempts to reclaim her. The vessel's beams fizzled against the protective resonance, and for the first time, Sarai's voice was calm, almost joyful. I can feel it. I can control. With you, the council's voice was strained, almost fearful. This is impossible. You are bonded human. Together, an anomaly. Yes, Aaron said, an anomaly. And maybe anomalies are how the universe moves forward. Maybe this is how trust and understanding grow. Sarai's form shimmered brightly, her pulses rhythmic, smooth, and confident. I understand. A little more, and it does not hurt. Not like before. Not like it used to. I want more of this understanding. Aaron nodded. And you will have it, together. For a brief moment, the ship outside paused, as if acknowledging their strength. The council's beams retracted slightly, unable to penetrate the protective resonance of Aaron and Sarai's combined energy. This changes everything, Sarai whispered, almost to herself. Humans are not what my people thought. They can teach, they can guide, or they can stabilize and challenge. At the same time, Aaron realized that humanity, often underestimated across the galaxy, was proving something profound. They were not the strongest in terms of raw power, but their emotional depth, calm perseverance, and courage could reach places others could not. In the quiet of the lab, amidst the glowing light of Sarai's form, he understood the significance of this moment. They fear change, he said softly, but we embrace it. That's why we survive. That's why we endure. And maybe, just maybe, we can help your people understand it too. Sarai's pulses slowed, her form flowing gracefully now. I trust you. I will not leave your side, yet I must face them. I must understand the truth of what humans bring. Aaron placed a reassuring hand near her glowing arm, careful not to touch directly. Then we face it together. No matter what your people say, no matter what they fear. Together, for the first time, the council's voice softened, though it was still laced with authority. Perhaps there is something we did not foresee. Perhaps this human, this connection, is not entirely destructive. Sarai pulsed brighter, almost triumphantly. Then you see, there is more than fear. There is understanding. There is her trust. There is me, learning. Through him, Aaron smiled, tired but determined. Humanity had shown its strength in ways the galaxy had not predicted, and Sarai, once trembling and unstable, was beginning to realize her true potential. The potential to balance power and emotion, logic and understanding. As the night wore on, the Helion 7 lab glowed like a miniature sun. Outside, the Luminary Council's vessel hovered, still wary but unable to interfere. And inside, human and alien were learning to navigate a bond that could reshape the understanding of life. Across the galaxy, Sarai's final words for the night echoed softly in Arn's mind. It hurts. But now I understand why I crave it. I crave understanding. I crave connection. With you? The Helion 7 station vibrated softly under the distant hum of the Luminary Council's vessel. Outside, the Korth Nebula swirled with shifting lights, brilliant purples, deep blues, and flashes of starlight. Inside, the laboratory glowed as Sarai's form pulsed with controlled energy. The rhythm now calm but powerful, like a river ready to break its banks. Aaron Hale stood beside her, monitoring the resonance that now connected their two beings. For days, they had worked to stabilize her energy, to understand the strange bond forming between them. And now, the Council had reached a crucial point. They were giving her an ultimatum: return to the ship, or risk permanent damage. Sarai floated in the center of the room, her luminous form radiating light that danced along the lab walls. Her voice was calm but tinged with tension as she projected her thoughts to Aaron. I must choose, she said. I can return and obey, or remain with you and change forever. Aaron's hand hovered near hers. Sarai, whatever you choose, I'll support you. But you need to know one thing: this is your choice, not theirs, not anyone else's. Her energy pulsed faster, a visible sign of her inner struggle. To return is safe, my people. They will stabilize me, but I will feel confined. My life will follow their rules, always. And to stay? Aaron asked softly. To stay is dangerous, she admitted. I will merge, partially, with your frequency. I may feel new things, emotions, attachment, maybe even desires my species forbids. But I will learn. I will understand fully what humans are, what connection means. Aaron nodded. Then it's not just about safety or fear. It's about understanding, growth, and trust. You've already shown courage. This is the next step. Outside, the Luminary Council's vessel began a low-frequency hum, signaling their impatience. Their energy probes reached toward the station, gently shaking the air as though to warn Sarai. Sarai's voice was steady now, but her light pulsed with intensity. I have already felt their fear, their disapproval, yet I cannot deny what I have learned, what I have felt. With you, I must stay, if only to understand fully. Aaron's heart raced. He knew the choice was dangerous for her, for him, even for the station, but it was hers to make. Then stay, he said. We'll face it together. You won't be alone. She shivered with energy, almost like a sigh, and slowly extended her luminous form toward him. The air around them vibrated with warmth, not heat, but a profound resonance that Aaron could feel deep in his chest. This is new, she whispered. I feel safe yet, alive yet, drawn yet. Aaron smiled gently. You're feeling what humans have always felt: connection, trust, empathy. It can be overwhelming, but it's also beautiful. The Council's voice entered the lab again, more urgent now. Sarai, this is unacceptable. You must comply. Your bond with the human destabilizes your kind. Sarai's energy flared brightly, filling the room with a light so intense it made the walls appear transparent. I understand my bond. I know it is strong. And yes, it changes me. But I choose to learn from it, to feel it, to understand fully what humans offer. The Council's voice was silent for a moment. Then it spoke, softer, almost reverent. Perhaps there is merit in what we feared. Perhaps humans are not to be dismissed. Aaron felt a sense of triumph, not over them, but for the first time, humanity had been recognized not for weapons, strength, or numbers, but for courage, empathy, and understanding. Sarai's pulses began to synchronize with his own, the resonance between them creating a stable, radiant flow of energy. Her form glowed like the core of a small star, yet it was warm, inviting, alive. I trust you fully, she said. I choose to stay, to understand, to feel, to explore all that you have shown me, not as a child obeying rules, but as a being, learning freely from a human. Aaron placed his hands near her flowing energy, careful not to disturb it, but close enough that their frequencies intertwined. And I'll help you, he said. Every step, we'll face everything together. The Council's vessel hovered silently outside, no longer aggressive, only observing. Their presence was tense but restrained, a silent acknowledgement that their rules did not apply here, at least not completely. Your species fears this, Sarai whispered, almost shyly. Yet I feel complete in ways I never imagined. It no longer hurts. The pain of the need, the craving, it is transformed. I understand why I craved it. Aaron felt a wave of relief and wonder. Humanity, often underestimated, had made a difference. Their connection had not only stabilized her energy, but it had also challenged centuries of fear and tradition. The laboratory glowed like a miniature sun, the resonance between them steady and harmonious. Sarai's energy now reflected a balance between her own nature and the new experiences she had gained from Aaron. Outside, the Luminary Council's vessel began to retreat slowly, their probes retracting. Their voices, once full of authority, were now quiet and almost thoughtful. Perhaps humans offer something unique, something worth understanding. Sarai's light dimmed slightly, a sign of relaxation. I am grateful to have found you, to have learned what it means to connect with a human. I will continue to explore, to understand. With you, Aaron nodded, his chest full of pride and wonder. And we'll do it together, he said. We'll learn from each other. We'll see what humans and navigators, together, can accomplish. Time passed. The Korath Nebula outside shifting its brilliant colors as the station settled into calm. Sarai's energy pulsed gently, synchronized with the rhythm of the lab and Aaron's presence. The danger had passed, but the bond between them had grown stronger than ever. She spoke softly, almost in awe. It no longer hurts. It no longer confuses me. I understand why I craved it, why I needed it, why I chose it, and why I will continue to crave understanding and connection. With you, Aaron smiled. That's what humans do. We endure, we connect, we learn, and we share that with those willing to open themselves to it. Sarai's form shimmered with warmth, a light that seemed to fill the lab and even the station with calm energy. For the first time, she felt fully balanced, fully aware, and fully connected not just to Aaron, but to the possibilities that their bond could create. The Luminary Council's vessel slowly faded from view, leaving Helion 7 in quiet orbit. They had not approved, not fully, but they had witnessed something new, a human and a navigator forming a bond that could not be controlled or predicted. Ian turned to Sarai. The galaxy may never fully understand what we've done here, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that we've shown something important, that understanding and trust can overcome fear. Sarai's luminous form pulsed gently in agreement. Yes, and perhaps humans are more than my species ever imagined. We may have underestimated what connection can bring between different beings, different worlds, different energies. The two of them stood together, human and alien, in the quiet glow of Helion 7. The nebula's colors shifted outside like a living painting, reflecting the new possibilities of the galaxy. And as Aaron reached out to her, Sarai extended her energy in return. A single, harmonious pulse connected them, steady and warm, echoing the trust, courage, and understanding they had built together. It was no longer pain that she craved, but understanding. No longer confusion, but connection. No longer fear, but hope. The galaxy, vast and full of wonders, had shifted in a small way. Humanity had proven its worth not through dominance, but through empathy, courage, and the willingness to trust and to be trusted. Sarai whispered one final thought to Aaron. Radiant and steady, I chose. This I chose you, and I will learn everything with you. Together, Aaron smiled, looking out at the nebula. Then let's begin, he said. Together, and in the heart of Helion 7, light and energy, human and navigator, began a journey that would change both their lives and perhaps the galaxy forever.